Hey, as long as I've got it. And you should have just gotten, yeah,
Get the medicine.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we're live, so hasn't, let's see, has it come
We are
up?
live.
We are live. I haven't put you on speaker yet. Yeah, here we go.
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 27th. I'm going to endeavor to keep my voice down so as not to strain it right out of the chute. So bear with me on that. Well, today, let's see. Let's review things. You've got the college scandal where the elite are buying their children into school. You've got the Jesse Sumlet, whatever his name is. You've got him getting a case just shut down. And we know now that Michelle Obama at least was involved, and there will be more to come. We see, as I promised you, the Democrats just basically ignoring the bar summary of the Mueller report. So, guys, let me tell you, we are at a pivotal point in this country. We are. Now, if you've got questions or comments, go ahead and get them in. But I want you to understand something. We are at a pivotal time, and times are very dangerous right now. I was talking just to my cousin this morning, and he has typically not been involved in politics or paying attention to it. But now, even he is concerned about his grandbabies, his grandchildren. What chances they got? And that should be the answer or the question every one of you need to ask yourselves. I've asked myself, Mary Ellen's asked ourselves, what about our grandchildren? What about our children? The people that are going to pay the brunt of what we do or don't do. I'm sorry about Rosie. She's chasing some kind of Hank in the backyard. So I guess the whole program today, I want it dedicated to doing something, not talking, doing. Now, yesterday, just so that you know, we got some total of $20 in. Folks, we've got to have materials, we've got to have supplies, we've got to have some things that just are a necessity for us to build a mighty army. We're not going to get there if we don't. We have a plan that I assure you will work. I promise you it will work. You said, well, what is your promise? I mean, how can you promise us? Obviously, I can promise, but I cannot guarantee. But this is one of those times where you're just going to have to count on my experience, count on my background to be a clue. me a healthy advantage. I don't have to conform to the standards of people that have set these rules that if we follow, we're guaranteed to lose. President Trump, we did not elect to be our preacher. We didn't elect him to be the Pope. We elected him to be an outsider of this political cartel that runs Washington, D.C. And we asked him to come in, use his business acumen and the things that he knows about making political deals, as he calls them, and put it to work to our advantage. And I think the facts are in that it's worked. When you've been able to do it, it has worked. The Democrats and the Republicans that are a part of the system, the criminal cartel that controls Washington, they are able to stop him in some ways, some areas, slow him down in others. But the man hasn't given up. That should be a lesson for us. We don't give up. And we're going to be in a position. I can't give you all the details, obviously, now, because if the enemy, Democrats, the mainstream media, they find out exactly what we're going to do totally and how we're going to do it, then obviously they'll have a counter strategy to compete with it. But I can tell you enough so that you know what your role will actually be. Your role will be to make the phone calls, and that's it. When it's time, you will make the phone calls. You will not send emails. You will not send letters. You will make the phone calls. We're going to get at least 100 candidates, we hope, to run for office in Congress and the Senate in this 2020 election. We hope to take advantage of the media and what they've done to destroy this country where they use it. I promise you that. So we're going to make phone calls. We're going to get 100 candidates to run. And we're going to try to take back our Congress. And we're going to save the presidency for President Trump. Yesterday, somebody made a comment, I believe, that there was concern about this blue wave taking over several states growing. Well, it is. And it's growing because the millennial generation is getting in position for their role to take over and run the country. The problem we have with the millennials, obviously, is they're the first complete generation. The first generation, excuse me, that all they know is what they've been brainwashed with throughout their time in school. They're not afraid of socialism. Matter of fact, in some ways, the sweeteners, the things that look good, the free college, the free health care, the free everything in the world that looks good to them, it seems logical. surrounded, fight harder. And if it looks like you're absolutely defeated, then you fight harder still. You never quit. Now I'm asking all of you, will you fight hard, fight harder, and never quit? If you can't make that commitment, if you can't, if you want, you can, but if you won't make that commitment, then we lose. Look, the deep state has finally got everything in position that they want, that they need to overthrow our country, to overthrow our form of government. And I swear to God, they're in position to steal the future from every one of our children and grandchildren. They're in position to steal it right out from under us. We're responsible. We are. You are. I am. Fight. Damn you. Fight. Don't tell me that you're hurting. I know hurting. Believe me, I know hurting. I know what it means. Mary Ellen, talk for a second. I've got a call I've got to take for just a second.
One of the questions I need to ask Larry, I haven't had a chance to ask him. I put on Facebook this morning a challenge asking if there was anybody in the group I was talking to who would be willing to run for office. And there was one lady who responded that she's considering it. I got a call yesterday, I think it was yesterday, from somebody who knows someone running for state office in their state that would be a really good candidate. We need, if you are not willing to run yourself or not able to run yourself, keep your eyes and ears open for somebody and ask other people, and let's all work on finding other people. I talked to somebody this morning and said, well, to hear the Watchman Conference, I talked to Mike this morning and asked him to keep his eyes and ears open for somebody that we might support to run with us. And we will have somebody with one of our Never Socialism t-shirts there at the conference this weekend. Larry, the question I have for you, I got a phone call. I haven't told you about this yet. I got a phone call from somebody who knows a candidate running in their state that she was really excited about and said be really good to run with us. We still need the 100 for Congress, but we can add state legislators who want to run under Never Socialism with us as well, right?
Well, they can run under our banner, but we will not be able to help them in their campaigns.
Okay.
We will have our hands full with our congressional races.
Okay.
So please, if you know somebody running for local or state offices, yes, they can run under the Never Socialism campaign banner. But let's be clear, we can't help them with their campaign actively.
But but whatever we do to help congressional candidates will trickle down and help them because they will get our campaign recognition as being part of it.
They'll get the coattail with it, Mary Ellen. Yes, they will. But as far as being able to be active in their campaigns, in other words, calling up and saying, what do I do about this, or help me with this speech, or help me with this debate, we're not going to be able to do that.
Okie doke.
Now, if anybody else has got a question, please get it in now. Start getting it in, if you will.
Not seeing anymore.
That's where I was. Folks, I'm not kidding about this. I don't know what more you've got to see. I mean, somebody tell me, please, what more do you need to see to press the button in your mind, in your soul, that this is real. And we got to fight. And we got to fight now. One more. What do you need to see? What more have you got to know until the fire inside you burns so hot that you can do nothing but fight? Well, now you tell me what fighting means. Okay, what does fighting mean? It means you're all in. Understand? You're all in. Whatever it takes within your power, you will do. You've got to do. Now that means yes, that means you've got to make financial commitments. You've got to do what you can. You've got to rearrange priorities, just like I have, just like Mary Ellen has, and others that listen. There are others that are helping with all they got. You've got to rearrange priorities. Maybe going to the movie this week or going out to eat. Maybe one time you just got to set it aside and put the money into supporting someone, anyone that's willing to have a plan, that's willing to actually do something. I don't mean just tell you about it. I'm talking about trying to do something. That's what we're about. That's all we're about. I don't care if you get entertainment. I don't care what internet sources you go to so that you get the latest hot conspiracy thing that's floating out there. I don't care. What I care about is the truth. And we got to get in and dig. And we got to dig in and stand for something. And standing for something means you're all in. How many of you can say in your heart you're all in? Or how many of you can say, I'm listening? Maybe you tell me stuff I want to know, but I'm still watching. Time for watching from the outside's over. I don't know this to be a fact, but Pastor Sanders has told over and over and over. Over and over, I've heard him say that the Bible talks more about the sin of omission than it does about commission. Now, I'm going to take his word for it. You know, I'm not a biblical scholar, so I can't tell you how many times that happens, but I can tell you that Pastor Sanders is a biblical scholar, and I trust him. So apparently God understands very well omission. And for anybody that doesn't understand omission is when you don't do something. We all measure everything by doing something. And we forget not doing something. And I'm going to ask you to do what I do every day, many times a day. Look inside yourself. Are you doing something? Are you actively doing something? Can you check off on a sheet of paper that yesterday I did something? I know maybe you're saying, meet them on their ground. We're going to have to meet them on their ground. We're going to have to defeat them by their rules. You know, one of the things they teach you in the special forces and the SEALs and the Green Berets, one of the things they teach you is fight of the enemy, but do it better. So if they lie, you lie better. If they cheat, you cheat better. But it's important that you lie and cheat to them. That's what I'll do. Not to you, but to them, to the enemy.
Speaking of cheating, Larry, I sent you a text on this. I saw Project Veritas this morning doing interviews in New York and Florida where somebody had moved from New York to Florida 8 years ago, somebody else 13 years ago, and they were going and knocking on the door in New York, finding out that the person wasn't there, and then somebody was voting in their name in New York, even though he had submitted his license and election paperwork and registered in Florida, and he was voting in Florida, but somebody was voting in his name in New York. Is there something coming that can prevent that? For example, will we have a national ID card, voter ID card?
Not nationally, no. Some states will pursue that, but no, not at the national level. No, Marianne. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to help with election fraud. Now, let's define election fraud versus voter fraud. Voter fraud is if I go and vote, and then I come back and change my shirt, go in and vote again, you know, and just keep voting many times. That's voter fraud. That hurts, but that's not guaranteed to mess up an election. Election fraud is when it's done systematically. Election fraud is when they rig the machines. Election fraud is a case of what you're talking about, Mary Ellen, except in a organized way. So there's a group, and I've done it. There's a group that goes through and they find people that are not going to vote, or they figure out somebody's not going to vote, but they don't care, and they still vote for them. That's organizationally election fraud. I mean, really, there are organizations, groups that have gotten together with a specific job function of rigging votes, taking votes.
Can I jump in? Having worked an election here in Maryland.
You can jump in, but don't talk so loud.
Okay. Having jumped in here in Maryland, having been part of the election in 2016 here in Maryland, I was shocked to find out how organized the Democrats were in going to all the nursing homes, all the senior living houses, and going and helping them do absentee ballots, and realizing that they were probably being filled out on behalf as a Democrat. And even though this is a Democrat area, I just wondered how many people's votes were cast against what they would have chosen.
Every state Democratic Party will have an effort to go into nursing homes. They will, just design, they'll go into nursing homes and get the people in the nursing homes to fill out absentee ballots. But when they fill out problems with these, they're going to change it.
Okay. I mean, it's very easy to change because I vote by absentee ballot because that is a way to, but I don't do it from a distance. I go into the last couple elections, I've gone directly into the state board and voted right there in front of them and handed it to them. Maryland, we vote by paper ballot now, but it's read by a machine, and obviously the machine can be rigged. They claim it can't, but obviously it can.
I'm sorry, Miriam. Somebody came to the door, folks. Don't come to this house unless we know you're coming, because it's bad, nerve-wracking to think of people coming up. But this was harmless, but it does put everything into a panic mode when we have it happen. So I apologize for the disruption, folks, but it does kind of make her scared. And this is why Rosie's here. She alerts the crew. Hello, are we still on?
Yes, sir. We're listening.
They're calling me back. Hold on.
Okay. So, because the Democrats are so incredibly organized, when it came to the Electoral College in 2016, I found that the Democrats had the list of names of every elector in every state. And when I finally got hold of a few people's names, they were getting 5,000 emails per day, many of them threatening to get them to flip their vote and vote for Hillary. I was close enough to go, and I was able to get hold of the party.
Good Lord, it's like Grand Central Station here today. It's unbelievable.
I was talking about the electors. We tried to get hold of the names of electors so we could contact them. I was able to contact only 70. That's all the addresses and phone numbers I had. But what I did is I called them and I said, thank you for staying true to your vote. And the one who had gotten 5,000 emails a day said I was the first person who had said anything positive and encouraging to him. And the only one who answered my email said the very same thing. So when we're working,
some of the things that I've done. I wish I could do them again, except for the good guys, but the good guys can't do it. We used to get a room full of people, and we would go through the obituaries, and you would be amazed right around election time, a month before, thereabouts, how many dead people, the last act they did on earth was make the maximum contribution to a candidate and vote. We did that. It's a science. I mean, you can do this kind of stuff if you've got the organization to do it. The Democrats have. The Republicans don't. Why don't the Republicans do it? Well, if you have a Republican that's willing to go through the things I went through and did for Clinton, then I don't know that we won't get elected either. You say, but Lee, that's confusing because you say we got to fight by their rules, but yet you don't want Republicans to do what the Democrats are doing. No, I don't. We can fight by their rules, but some things we need to take out of their hands, not play their game with. We need to work, and we are. We are. And we're going to have even more. But we're going to work to stop the election fraud. Trump has an organization that they have formed to do nothing but monitor and protect the integrity of the elections as best they can. They're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing it ourselves. But we'll talk about it as we get closer to the election. Right now, we've got to grow an army. We have to grow an army. And when I say grow an army, that means you. You're a soldier in this war, whether you believe it or you don't. And that's the whole purpose of it, trying to get you to understand omission. Omission. If you don't vote in this coming election for the president, if you stay home because you got the hiccups, if you don't vote because you got a headache, you did vote. You voted for the Democrats. You got it. You're in this fight. That's one of the oldest tricks in the book in the military It's dirty. It's horrible in many ways. The good commanders, Patton, MacArthur, yeah, they lost a lot of people, but they saved a lot of lives. You know, it's funny. In combat, you always count the number of people that die. What you don't count are the number of people you save. The best example of that would be the atomic bomb, the atom bomb. There are people still today that argue that we shouldn't have dropped that bomb and killed all those people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You can count those bodies. You can count the dead. What you can't count is how many Americans would have lost their lives, how many American soldiers, young men, would have lost their lives if we'd have had to invade Japan. That's the way it works. We are in a battle, and good commanders, every once in a while, it's not preferred, they don't want to do it, but if they are true battle-hardened commanders, you know what they'll do? They place their troops into situations periodically where the troops have to fight. They don't have a way out. It's dirty. Some call it evil, sinister. But that's what you have to do periodically. We're in that situation now. If you don't do anything, you are doing something. You know, wars are fought on many planes. I've told you that. Everybody thinks a war can only be fought with guns and bang, bang, shoot them, blow stuff up. That's not true. We're in a war of politics. We're in a war of elections. And in the war of elections, you have strategy just like you do in the war of combat. I want to know. I want to know today. Are we wasting our time? If we're wasting our time here doing this, I need to do it. Because we're out of time. And trying to organize an army through this program, through our efforts, with the t-shirts, with everything we're trying to do, it's wasting our time. We need to stop it. We need to try something else. Lord knows I don't know what else to do. The time would better be spent trying to figure out some other way than to keep hitting a brick wall. Today is decision day. You've seen enough.
Let me step in here.
Your eyes are open. You have seen enough.
Okay, let me say something, Larry. If you are willing to buy a t-shirt and wear it and talk to people about what it says, but you don't have the money, I want you to send me a text message. 240-499-6729. That's 240-499-6729. That's
Now,
a
we're not
start.
saying for sure that if you send a text that will give you the shirt free, but
No.
at least we want to know if that's the situation you're in. You know, I asked the other day, man, for somebody to buy 10 shirts, not a person.
No, we didn't even have some.
We've got people that would wear them and do what needs to be done. But nobody did. I'm sorry, what? Hey, Ellen, did you say something? For some reason I didn't hear.
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Not one person. That would be basically $400. I know it's a lot of money. But you have no idea the value of those shirts being worn by 10 people. That 10 becomes 100 and more. Just by people asking, finding out. But nobody did.
We have one
What's your questions and comments?
We have one question. What will happen with Venezuela?
I'll tell you what's going to happen. I told you yesterday. We're going to have a proxy war with Russia involved. They're going to organize the girl or whatever his name is. They're going to organize and help their people, and then we're going to have to back the other group. The new president, the one that's not recognized by Maduro.
Guaido.
I mean, whatever, yeah. That's what's going to happen. And you can say, well, that's a short answer. Let me tell you, that is the answer. I have no reason for me to give you a long answer because that's the bottom line. If something doesn't happen in Venezuela, if Maduro doesn't give up and lay down and walk away, which apparently he's not. On top of that, he controls the military. Poor people of Venezuela are going to have to fight to get their independence back, their freedom back. Now, I saw this morning, wife, whatever his name is.
Guaido. Guaido.
Guaido. I saw his wife met with President Trump. And they were talking about 80% of the power in Venezuela's off. One of his close cabinet members, advisors, whatever, have been kidnapped. They're suffering. They're not just suffering financially, the families, the people, they're suffering with beatings and killings. Don't let them go one way. They're going to have to win the country back.
You said 80% of the power in Venezuela, what?
Is off.
Oh, the electric power.
Venezuela doesn't have electricity. And that's what she said. I'm not saying it, that's just what she was alluding to.
Well, didn't they have I think they had a power station blow up, didn't they?
I have no idea.
I think I read that this morning.
The detail of it matters not. It's just the way they are, the way things are. They don't have food, and Maduro won't get food in. So his own country is starving. The children are starving and dying. They've got kids, she said, in hospitals that are dying from hunger, for not being able to get the medicine. Look at that, folks. Look at Venezuela. Is that what you want for your kids and grandkids? Is that the world you want for them? Venezuela's got to do it. They've got to fight to get their freedom back. What I'm begging you to do is let's fight now. And don't lose that freedom. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier technically to keep our freedom today than it will be to win it back when it's gone. Trust me on that one.
Well, and it's hard. It's harder.
I want to hear you get on, sending messages in here. I want to hear from you. You out there, send me a question, send a comment. I want to hear from you. And to that point, I need to hear from you. And what man?
Yeah. Talking about it being easier to fight now than to later try to win it back. I mean, we have a bigger fight on our hands now than we would have had we done things differently back in the 60s and 70s and fought then when a lot of things were taken away.
Absolutely.
But we didn't, and so now we have a tougher. Yep.
What we can do today is easier than what we'll have to do tomorrow. And the bad news is we're running out of days. You know, Weinstein's stereotype, space compendium, and all that junk, you know what? It's proving itself out every day now. In case you don't know what that is, Einstein had a theory that if you took a ball, put it at the end of a string, you and he spun it around with your wrist. He spun that string. Then if you cut the spring in half with the ball on it, you spin it the same exact energy to spin that ball. Look how it goes faster. And what he was saying is the closer you get what he called the event, wherever the event is, as you get closer to it, time speeds up, things speed up. Well, that's exactly what we're going through today. Every day now you see things happening faster and faster and faster. That means we're getting near the event. What is the event? The event for us is very, very clear now. Whether we have a country or we don't. Whether we allow these people to come in, let's call them the progressives, let's call them the criminal syndicate, this Washington, D.C. We get closer every day to them transforming our way of life, our government, our form of government. Every day. And that old ball gets closer. And when it gets closer, it starts moving faster. And things start happening quick. And then it explodes. Well, that's where we are. And every day, getting that ball closer and closer. Can you see that? Think about it today, folks. You can't watch the news today that some event doesn't take place. Some event, the Summer or the college or wall or mirror, something happens every day now. Something that on any other time in our history, if that thing happened, it would be the biggest thing forever. Now it's just another major scandal or another major thing. That's how close we are to the events. And I'm here trying to raise a mighty army. A mighty army. And we need it. And you, people listening to me now, you're the foundation of that army. You're it. We got to grow. But before we can grow, we got to know, are you with us? Has anybody sending in questions or comments?
Okay, here's somebody. I'm a fan, a wounded vet, part of the Army. I openly give my state's leaders much flack as possible using Nichols script. I bought a t-shirt as soon as they went up for sale.
Thank you. Thank you.
And asking if it's been sent yet. I think he missed the first order. I'm not sure. I will check with Mark and ask for you.
Haven't got a shirt yet.
He hasn't gotten it yet, so I don't know if he's the first one on the second order, and we just don't have enough orders yet to place that order, or what. I will double check with him. I'll call him as soon as we're done here.
Matter of fact, Mark called me today and let me know we're getting near having another order because we need to get it. We need to get it in.
Yeah.
And folks, I'm telling you, every time it's the minimum, so you know, you have to pay setup fee. And unfortunately, because of the detail of our logo, everything about it is tough at the production side. So we have to pay a setup fee. And so we try to at least get 10 to 13 to 15 at a time so that cost of the setup fee doesn't cost the church that to go out of the world. So if you want a t-shirt, please let us know. And just like Mary Ellen said, maybe you don't have the money right now, but you want it, wear the shirt, give her a text on that number she gave you.
I'll give it.
Not a joke.
I'll give it again. It's 240-499-6729.
Now, you've had one question or comment or two, maybe.
So there's one.
There's another question. Well, I think.
There's another comment. Hey Larry, I hope you're feeling. Hey Larry, I hope you're feeling okay. I know you've been battling, brother. I am also.
Yes. Most of you can hear my voice. Doing this program's tough, even. It is. Matter of fact, I've got Mary Ellen on my back all the time. me. I ask for participation. And we don't even get questions or comments. It's like I'm talking to just a brick wall. How do you think that makes me feel? I know you're listening, and we can count. We can count. We can see.
Okay, I have a proposal. If you don't want to type something in a public space like this, you can send me a text like the person just did. I was reading a text message. You can also come on the call tonight at 8 o'clock Central. We're going to be discussing chapter 4 of Larry's book, 28 Years to Nowhere. And that's the chapter where we talk about the Arkancides. So it's a fascinating story, and you know, we'll discuss what happened to a lot of the folks that died were considered suicides. That just no way can that be possible, and the okay anyhow the Clintons benefited, and as soon as we can get.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
This guy will order more as soon as he gets his t-shirt. He'll get some more.
Listen, guys, what I'm talking about is coming, and it is coming. And it don't even seem real to you. But the world I came from and come from, and the day I live, the world I live in every day, when this thing starts growing bigger than it is now, people are going to die. I mean, bang, bang, dead. Dead. That's where it's going. That's where it's headed. We're not in those times now, but they're coming. In Arkansas, back in that day, which is a precursor to what we're going to be going through nationally, in that day, when you crossed us, your life was in jeopardy. Now, I know today some of you will send something, text you or send a message on this thing because you're going to be outspoken or whatever. Stop being afraid of that. Stop it. You can send a question or a comment in here.
Okay, we have
feel threatened. If you feel threatened, then do it for sure. Show them that you're not afraid. Good Lord, show them you're not afraid.
So we got a question here, Larry. Two questions. What's the most efficient and effective way to help stop socialism?
We're doing it. The most efficient and effective way to stop socialism, write this down. The most efficient way to stop socialism is to beat it, defeat it now. We can defeat it now. One hell of a lot easier than we'll be trying to defeat it once it takes over. Efficient. What I'm telling you is efficient. Dear God, you're going to have to make, 10 phone calls a week over a certain period of time. 10 phone calls that are less than 2 minutes in length.
And don't think that...
Trying to make it as easy for you as I can.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. You don't have to create anything. You just read the script and hang up the phone. That will be your job. And you'll do it when you're told so that everybody does it at the same time.
Okay, another question is, what do you plan to do with the revenues of fundraising?
Use them whatever way we have to. Try to do things. Try to have some shirts in inventory. We haven't bought, we haven't done one thing. We haven't printed one piece. We haven't bought one ad anywhere. Trying to solicit people to join the army. We haven't. Not a penny. We've got to. And yes, some of it will go
No, that's it. Somebody said 4 times soon, and I don't know what that meant. And I asked, and I haven't gotten a response. So
I said what?
four,
Times what?
4 times soon. I don't know what that meant. So I asked them to explain, and there's been no answer. So I think we need. Yeah.
I'm going to say, if you can help, would you do it today? If you can, if you will, not if you can, if you will. If you have to get in the change thing on the car, or if you have to go through the couch, whatever, get in, join us. It's not that bad. Join us. Do everything you can. Be all in. For once in your life, be all in trying to save the country. And I say to you again, and I mean this with every ounce of honesty I can, you don't have to help me and us. You don't find somebody that has a plan, somebody's got a proactive thing they're wanting to do, and at least help someone. If you've got somebody else, that's great. I'm for it. In case anybody doesn't believe in that, you know, when I go on with Jason, I go with Pastor Sanders on the program, and Mary Ellen, you hear others because you've been on most of those. I always tell people, always, and I mean it. It's down where you go and make one contribution, make it to Jason and his organization, or to Pastor Sanders and his ministry. Do that first. That's how serious I am about just do something. Do something. So with that, PayPal, I need it today, if you will. Because I'm going to try to get enough shirts ordered today, if we can get the money, to at least get another printing done. So if you can help today, even if you can't buy shirts, send what you can to Nichols Live at AOL.com. Nichols Live at AOL.com. And if you don't have a PayPal account, go to NicholsLive.com. And there are other ways, or you can send a text to the number Mary Ellen gave. Because I'm not kidding about this.
And let me mention the conference call again tonight. It's at 8 o'clock Central, and the number is 712-451-0725. The access code is 492-215#, and it's written underneath the video.
You better get the number again because you're cutting out every
Okay.
so often.
712-451-0725. Access code is 492-215#.
Folks, I know you probably didn't get that because she's cutting out, so I don't know what to do. Just look at the bottom of today's program, and it'll be there. Folks, help us. Can you please? If you need me to beg on my knees, I'll get on my knees and beg. It's for the country. We've got to try. We've got to try. We've got to win. And I love the question, what's the best way, the most efficient way to defeat socialism? In the interest of defeated. We can't run from this battle. You're not going to run from it. You're in it. You're in this fight right now. You're going to sit there and let them take you. That's what'll happen. I'm not willing to let them just take me. I'm not willing to just give it to them. By God, I will fight. I am fighting. I'm fighting every day, and so should you. And many of you are, and I know it.
No, thank you for being with us, and please send something. If you can't afford a T-shirt, we also have the bumper stickers are $5. So you can
All
either
right, guys.